May the fire that transforms worlds transform that within me that needs to change. For me to become my highest self, I must die to my old self. For me to be altered, I must place my fears upon the altar of transformation. We are here to transform. We are here to transform into who and what we truly are. That process can be scary, it can be terrifying, and it's definitely different than the average person. We must become our true selves, our highest selves. And for that to happen, that is not our highest self must fall away. The first step in transformation is always awareness. And in fact, awareness is who and what we truly are. By bringing yourself and all your so-called faults and flaws, regrets, desires, and fears to the altar of awareness. The awareness within yourself, the awareness of your ancestors, the awareness that is always accessible when you become aware. If we bring that to the altar, we become altered. Learning how to create sacred space is vital. Learning how to be sacred with oneself is vital. Transforming your relationship with yourself and who you think you really are is vital. We actually have to step out of our mind and out of our conditioning and out of our thoughts and out of our memories and out of our definitions. Become bare and clear and zero. We have to come to a point of the void, of nothingness. Yes, it can be scary. And that's exactly why so few choose the spiritual path. Because it is the path of the warrior, it is the path of the warrioress who is willing to stand naked in front of the altar of awareness, to face the flames of the fire, to feel the burn, to become transformed by that alchemy, to rise as the phoenix that you truly are. I think that how we see ourselves is everything. And if you are seeing yourself through the eyes of how others see you, or through some concept of how you should be, then you're not ever going to be able to truly see yourself. In order to see yourself and ultimately become yourself, we must become still. We have to let our mud settle so that in the delicious silence of stillness, we can hear. All that is truly needed for transformation is awareness and willingness. The question I always ask students, clients, and myself is, how willing are you? How willing are you to feel joy? How willing are you to let go of those definitions, of your conditioning, of your thoughts about yourself and what you're capable of and what you can become? How willing are you to become still enough that the mud settles? One of the most profound practices that I have practiced personally and also witnessed in the thousands of clients that I have worked with is a practice of learning how to create sacred space, of learning how to set up altar space that you go to cleanse, to heal, to hear, and to be altered. Most of us don't feel sacred, and that's the lie. That's the conditioning. To go against the grain of you are shameful, and to say and to proclaim and to exclaim, no, I am sacred, is radical. It's also required. You are sacred no matter what anyone has told you. And I invite you, I challenge you, I encourage you to try that on with yourself. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone's word for it. Find out, is it true for you? How might your life be altered if you placed your fears on the altar, wanting them, asking them to be transformed? What if you placed yourself upon the altar, asking that your mind be cleansed, your heart be cleansed, the fear be taken from you, and that you step fully into your assignment, into the holy mission that you were given on this planet with your holy birth? What might happen in your life if you created sacred space, you walked into it even if you did not feel sacred, and you asked, and you stayed, and you prayed until you did know and feel the truth that not only are you sacred, all is sacred. By you becoming aware and by becoming in alignment with that truth of who and what you are, wouldn't you alter those around you? Couldn't you bring the sacred space? The practice of creating an altar, the practice of learning to create and to become sacred space embodied, is absolutely one of the highest practices that I could ever encourage someone to try on. Again, don't take my word for it, ever. Ask yourself, what would that feel like? And then try it on. An altar does not have to be fancy. An altar is within here. You make an altar by your very offering. You make an altar by bringing your awareness. So, no time is needed, no things are needed, but you are needed.